This video is going to show you some bills that were entered by Senator Elizabeth Warren as a Congresswoman, and it shows you why she's completely incompetent and why she's not qualified to be a Congresswoman, nor is she qualified to be president. This one is called the Countering Foreign Interference with Our Armed Forces Act, and this one is called Preventing Civilian Casualties in Military Operations Act of 2017. These bills pretty much say that the DoD, the Department of Defense, has to report annually to Congress. And this is specific to Russia. And this one is directing the Department of Defense to report annually about civilian casualties. It says countering. How does reporting on Russian interference with armed forces counter foreign interference? How does reporting on civilian casualties prevent civilian casualties? Neither of them do. Second of all, it's already illegal. I'm sorry, we already have what's necessary to prevent civilian casualties. I've heard about this all my life. I'm almost 50 years old. All my life, every war, they talk about reducing civilian casualties. She didn't invent it in 2017. And then countering foreign interference with our Armed Forces Act. You think that the military hasn't thought about this already? The military is unaware that foreign governments might interfere with our armed forces. Elizabeth Warren figured it out in 2017. See over here it says, by the Russian Federation. And it says to report annually. So basically what she's doing is, now these are easy to pass because she's just asking for a report, but she's going to say how tough she was on foreign interference or on preventing civilian casualties. If it comes down to the point that there's a war and she's running for office, she's going to say, I sponsored a bill, the Preventing Civilian Casualties in Military Operations Act. And my opponent was president while civilians were dying. But all she did was a bill about reporting annually about civilian casualties. This is phony policy. She's a phony. She's a complete phony. This doesn't solve a problem, and the title is misleading, and she is doing this to promote herself, and that is it. She's doing it to give herself a pat on the back. It solves nothing. She is corrupt.